Hey, what's up guys? I hope you're doing well. And yes, this video is going to be about the maybe possibly most definitive guide into getting into Tisch Drama. So this is going to be a video for anyone that's wishing to get into any theater school of their choice, especially Tisch Drama. And today I'm going to be making some bullet points for you guys that should pose questions you should ask yourself when applying to find a deeper connection for yourself and hopefully build a foundation for your application and audition. I just want to preface before starting the video that you should never discredit yourself or believe that you aren't good enough to apply for your dream school because, to quote one of the greatest philosophers of modern times, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. And frankly, I was not a 4.0 student, neither was I in National Honor Society, and I didn't even submit my SAT scores either. And I also took 2 gap years when I applied. So I genuinely believe that everybody deserves a chance and you shouldn't stop yourself or limit yourself when applying for your dream school. So in this video, I'm going to be making 5 points for you guys, and they're going to be right here. Give me 1 second. So number 1, God dang it. Number 1, why drama school? So do you really need to go to school to learn how to act? Number 2, your application. Being able to present yourself clearly with full intention. Number 3, your resume. You're going to show what actions you have taken to get where you are today. Number 4 is going to be your essay, your life, your art. What made you choose this path and why are you here today? Lastly, we're going to have the monologues, which is going to be what stories do you wish to tell and how to find one that resonates with you and allows you to fully immerse yourself completely within it. And lastly, number 6 is going to be your call time, the audition day, and what to expect. So, why drama school? This should be a question most may have answered already and may feel redundant, but the admissions team at the school that you want to apply to doesn't know this information, and at some point in your audition, you are going to have to formulate answers for this question, whether it be through formal writing or in a one-on-one interview. This question is both personal and one that you have to be willing to answer. Be prepared to ask yourself what makes you seek higher education in theater. Are there ample opportunities to work in the area that you live in? Or do you have connections to the industry that you feel you can begin working through? Do you feel like you're ready to begin working? These are all very real questions that you do need to ask yourself before beginning the application process and try and figure out the answers of where you want to be, what you want to do, and what direction you want to go in. A fun exercise that you can do is do mock interviews with yourself. Pretend that you're like sitting talking about a movie or something and people are, asking you questions and you have to make answers for them. So, but some questions that the application or admissions team is going to ask you are, why acting? What style of performance calls to you? Genre, framing, style. What are some of your favorite works and how they influenced you in your journey? What are your artistic goals? And what original ideas do you have? Piggybacking, speaking on my own experience, I only had 2 years of theater experience when I was in high school, and living in an area where the industry I want to work in doesn't have a high demand, I needed an opportunity to be in a place where it is in high demand. I didn't have much networking opportunities where I lived, but I began to do small commercial work, student films, and background work in order to build up a resume for myself to either continue moving along in that direction or apply somewhere and prove that I have been doing what it takes to be where I want to be. So moving on to this next part, this brings us to point number 2, your application. So be your best self. When applying for drama school or any school in particular, it's best to go in with the confidence and the mindset that you're not trying to apply and maybe get into the school and I may have a chance of getting in, but I don't know, here goes nothing. No, that's a horrible idea. You should go in with the confidence that they deserve me and I need to show them why they deserve me, and if not, their loss. That is really the best way to approach it. Whatever program you wish to attend, your application, your audition should show the school why their program needs you, and particularly you. I like to think of it this way. You are the only person capable of living the life that you live. No one else on earth or in history will ever have lived the life that you are living right now, so no one else can do exactly what you are capable of doing. And no one or in the future will ever be able to do what you did ever again. So think about that for a little bit, muster in the confidence, soak it all up, and really think about that for yourself in your audition. Paint a picture of yourself and show the admissions team that self-portrait that you've made with your own style, with your own technique, your own paint, your own brushes, because it's something that they've never seen before. If you truly are true to yourself, you want to work in an industry in which you have to sell ideas through a giant screen or stage, so you really need to be able to sell yourself as best as possible, if you really do think about it. And yeah, put in your grades and recommendations as well, but one of the best ways to illustrate my point is going to be in your resume. All right, so kind of forgot, but your resume. Okay. In trying to sell yourself in a job application or an audition, your resume is going to be the very baseline foundation. It's going to be a concrete evidence piece of paper that is going to show the department what you are capable of and what you have done, and they can get a read as to who you are and where you are in your artistic journey. One of the biggest points that probably led to my admission was my resume. Remember, you don't need to be number one in your class academically, and you don't always have to have the lead role in the plays. You just need to show that you have passion, drive, and talent. Take advantage of the time that you have, whether you have a year before you have to audition for school or apply, or just a few months, but take advantage of that time that you have at your disposal in order to take voice lessons, join a group theater, do some commercial or background work, or even student films, and I'll link some websites down below through which you can find those opportunities. But you need to show on your resume that you are taking the steps, strides, and sacrifices necessary to be where you want to go. You have to dare to dream, but you also have to do the work as well. You need to show them that you have what it takes and you've done what you need to do. Your resume should be a highlight reel, but it should also show the department your development story, which brings us to number 4, your life, your art, the essay. The last 3 points really culminate into your essay. The questions that you had to pose and ask yourself come into play, as well as your experiences highlighted in your resume. Your essay should be an exploration of your artistic goals, your vision, and why you want to pursue this career. You need to know that drama is all about an expression of ideas through the instrument of being. Be able to articulate yourself and express yourself in your truest form of yourself. For example, your essay is the keyhole through which the admissions team is able to peer into your life. Think about it. Put the reader into your shoes and show them the wonder through which you perceive life. Its peaks, its valleys, your struggles, and your victories. You should showcase your personality, your artistic vision, your approach, and your ethic. If you're having trouble forming an essay, there are tools such as Grammarly, which can help you make it more concise and shorten it if it is too long. There are even websites such as Fiverr where you can send your essay to a proofreader and they'll make it look good for you if you really, really need to, but I don't highly suggest it. It's just an extra cautionary procedure that you could take. But don't be scared if you can't fit all of your ideas into your essay. This is why you have the artistic review or the interview as well as your monologues, which moves us smoothly over to our next point. Number 5, your essay. No, your monologues. The monologue is going to be the cherry on top of the sundae. One of the most crucially overlooked aspects of your monologue is given away to you in the application process. And it states, choose a monologue that speaks to you. In listening to that or in reading that, you have to realize that acting is all about internalizing ideas. Your monologue choices should show self-awareness. You should not pick a monologue that you cannot play because you're too young to play a character that's too old, or you're too old to play a character that's too young. Don't try and fill in the shoes of giant characters to where it becomes campy and you get lost in it. You have to find a monologue that does literally speak to you. Find one that takes place in the time of your life that you're living in, circumstances that you can identify with, and situations that you maybe have lived through or can relate to. This is going to give you a safety net. This is going to give you an area in which you can play off your strengths and experiences, and you don't need to give a once-in-a-lifetime Oscar-worthy performance, because at the end of the day, at some point, you had to come to the conclusion that maybe I need to go to school because I'm not ready for this career. So in coming to that realization, you need to show the school that you have the potential to be the greatest actor of all time, not that I am the greatest actor of all time. So these ideas are going to be the most important in working with the monologue. You should show them that you have taken time. You need to take a minimum of 2 to 3 weeks, and I mean like minimum of 2 to 3 weeks with this monologue or monologues. You need to spend time with them. You need to understand the character, find the subtext, show mastery of embodiment through your actions. Don't stand still and just be there and be like, you can't do that. But you have to show them your capabilities as an actor. You're not only telling a story, but you have to be able to understand it and internalize it and give it life. In spending time with these monologues, surely you will come across these conclusions if you spend the right amount of time with them. But if you are able to integrate the mechanical aspects of it, as well as the organic properties of the delivery of it, of the performance, you'll probably get in. Lastly, don't be afraid if they only ask you to perform one monologue. It can be very deterring, and it can, be very abrupt, but oftentimes it's better and it's not a bad thing. So please keep that in mind. Final bullet point, number 6, call time. All previous points that I've stated in this video have culminated together to this final point. I've said that a few times, but remember, you are there to showcase yourself and your talents, and you need to show the school that they need you, and be confident. Plan for the day ahead, eat a good meal, wake up early in the morning, get in the zone, listen to good music if you have to, feel good about yourself, do some dances if you feel like it. But remember, if there's anything that you feel that you couldn't say in your application or your essay, this is your time to say it. Expand upon those ideas, expand upon your dreams, how you see the world, your ideas, your ambitions, and all of those original questions that I posed in the very beginning of the video are going to come back. You have to be prepared to answer some of those questions. Sometimes you are going to feel that you're going to be put on the spot. So if you have to do like a mock interview with your parents, or talk to yourself, do another one of those mock interviews, but you have to be able to articulate yourself in a way that you can present your most authentic self. And the most important one of all, I don't know how to say it. Have fun, please. If you're not having fun in this experience, it's not going to be a good time. You need to have fun, and you need to just throw it all away. But no, don't throw it all away. But just have fun with what you're doing. I hope this video has helped you along your journey in your application process. And I just want to leave one final message for you that should help you. Do what you want. Do whatever you want for as long as you can, because you don't know how long you're going to have to do it. So pursue your dreams. If it feels like a shot in the dark, take the shot. Do it. And I wish you all the best, and I hope all of your auditions go really well. And if you have any other questions, just ask. Like I said before, I'm going to put some links to some of the websites that I had mentioned before earlier for both casting or essay review. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I want to help people. I want people to get in. I want people to pursue their dreams. I want people to do what they want to do. And I know there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of ideas, a lot of passions, a lot of stories that they've seen. And if you feel like you need an opportunity, take this one. Try it. See what happens. There's nothing lost. You're still going to be the same person before and after the audition. You know, just give it a try, give it a shot. Don't tear yourself down, and believe. Because you may have a school believe in you because you believed in yourself. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. So I wish everybody the best of luck, and I hope everyone does well. Y'all take care.